you know you from One Tree Hill. What would you say is like your most like prized role, like the one where you're like, I'm really happy I did this?
I would say here. You want me to hold it? Or, is this a condenser mic? Because usually there are mics right here.
Oh yeah.
I would say Scorpion King was probably my favorite role. It was the pinnacle of my career. Like most people don't know, but like I got paid more in one episode of or two episodes of One Tree Hill than I did the whole season of Time Force. So and then of course Scorpion King was my biggest pay. It was my biggest role. I was number one on the call sheet, which is a big thing when you're in Hollywood and you're number one. It's like kind of says like you're the star of the movie. So it was kind of like a really humbling experience at that moment to just be like, wow, I made it to like number one on the call sheet. And we use a thing called IMDb, bro. So in the star meter, the lower the number you are, I got as low as 58. And I was under Brad Pitt and all these big people. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm being searched a lot. And it was a big moment for me. And then, of course, the '08 crash changed not just the world, changed my career. And that happened the same year that Scorpion King was released. So I was building. And then the '08, they just kind of shifted my whole career with the world. But it was the thing that was like the most prized moment in my career was Scorpion King. Because I've always loved The Rock. I always call myself the Pebble. If you smell what the Pebble's cooking. And I got to play the young him and that was always cool.
That's awesome. All right, I have a question related to One Tree Hill since she had mentioned it.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie to you, that's actually how I knew you when I was a kid because there was no Asian like faces that had that kind of representation. It's either you were the nerd, the foreign kid, but you were like you hooked up with Brooke. Now I'm like as a elementary school kid, I'm just like this is not even possible. Like I didn't fathom this. But I had a question and based on like the role because I believe they didn't make him Asian, right?
Yeah.
And so how did you like? Did you have to do a lot of those roles where your race was ambiguous and you kind of had to play by like these ethnically ambiguous roles?
Yeah, that's a great question. And actually, now it's so out there where Asians are out there. We got a lot more blacks and Asians in roles now that we didn't have before. And I was kind of that ethnic card a lot. Like Night of the Demons, I worked with someone who was a real racist producer. I actually never got paid from that job because of it. So 70 grand was still owed to me. I think this company was Seven Arts. I don't remember. Whoever did Night of the Demons. Anyways, he was real racist. He'd come on set and say, "Get these N-words off my set," and then he didn't want to shake my hand and stuff like. So you had a lot of that going on back then. But me getting roles they didn't respect. They just were like, you're gonna be Spanish or whatever. It was like a whatever thing. Like, what I mean? Like, it's not whatever to us. Like I was like, when I got Bring It On, originally was for a white role named Billy. I got it, and they said, okay, we need to make him ethnic. So what does he look like? And then I'm like, well, can I play Filipino? Because like no one's ever been a Filipino. And he's like, I can do like Tagalog, speak Tagalog. And they're like, no, people don't know what that is. And I was like, but that's how we educate people, you know what I mean? Like, and then so anyways, I got to be Spanish again. But One Tree Hill was the same thing. It was originally a New Yorker, like a kind of like a Latino or Italian New Yorker mover and shaker. And then when I got it, they thought I looked more Spanish. So they called me Felix. So they changed the role. So when I originally auditioned, it was Johnny. Yeah, Johnny and Anna, but it was then Felix and Anna.
It's so weird because
Tagarro.
Asians know you're Asian.
Yeah, I know. It's just so funny. Like, I know. And then but that's the thing. And I'm completely like Pacific Islander. And same thing they did when I did Hawaii 5-0. I'm Samoan on there. I'm like, come on, man. I don't even look Samoan, bro. I mean, but I'll do it.
Yeah, but what's the harm of you being Filipino, right?
I know, like I don't get it either, but that was back then. Things are changing now, which is great. And me, Dante Bosco, we've kind of in that beginning just putting our foot in the door for us ethnic community in Hollywood, and it was hard. I tell people I got Power Rangers off my first audition, but 4.5 years after that till I got on One Tree Hill, and that was 1,482 auditions where I heard the word no until I got on One Tree Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because I talked to Dante before as well, and the debut was like a really hard thing for him to do because people didn't want to put money into like a full Filipino cast. You know what I mean? And I think just like him on Take the Lead, which is another movie I like because I like seeing Asian people. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing my representation in film, right? He had to play a Puerto Rican.
He actually beat me out for that role.
Oh, you were gonna be.
We auditioned against each other, and he beat me. So shout out to Dante for beating me.
That's crazy. So you both would have been Puerto Rican. That's crazy.
Yeah, we were always against each other, man. That episode of Entourage.
Yeah.
The guy who sells the shoes.
Yep, that was you.
Me and Dante auditioned against each other. Dante got it again.
Did you guys have like a playful because of that, or is it more so?
No rivalry. It's all love, man. That's like my brother.
Yeah.
I mean, Dante has like a completely cool. He has a different vibe than me. So he's like that. Yo, how you doing? And he's like, it just comes off so cool. Like, you remind me of what's his name? From gosh, he hates hearing John. Not Favreau. John. Yeah, Lucas Kendall. Yeah, he's got that thing, Hey, how you doing? Right, and he's got it. He's got that swag, and that's why he gets those roles. And he does beat me out for those things. But it's all love because all of us were just excited to elevate the culture. It wasn't ever about the money. It was more like, can we elevate the culture? Can we put more brown people in projects? Yeah. For me, that's what it was. And now I produce for that reason. I'm producing things that are multicultural. Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about that, like your own production. Like, what is your goal for that?
Well, now we're focused on I want to say faith-based content, but not just pigeonholed to faith-based. But I want the platform to be really good, positive content focused on families, real moral situations, things that people go through in a home. A lot of times. There's already enough movies out there about action, sci-fi, imaginary stuff, but there's not a lot of movies that show what happens when the doors close. When you really love someone and you might get in that fight and you might shake each other around or something. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors that people don't talk about, and there's not enough content that is talking about those things, or those things where you have that dirty secret or that one person you talk to and vent to. You might have that in the home, but you don't have enough movies to kind of show other people going through those things. And I think that's why people are going through so much suicidal thoughts, or they're going through so much depression, because there's not enough content that people can relate to kind of show what these people are going through, but not make it sad, make it kind of there's always happy and sad moments in life. I just want to focus on real stories, real things that we've all been through as, in our ethnic backgrounds, and just, living in America. It's like how to really work with each other and how to love each other. And I just feel led to be doing movies like that are completely multicultural, against the grain, where, because we all have it. I've seen Asian CEOs of companies. I've seen black CEOs of companies, and I've seen white CEOs of companies. My mom's blonde hair, blue eyes. So I'm half white, so I love both sides. I've always loved everything, and I grew up in a world where it never was. When I got to Hollywood, they were like, "You're this, you're the Hawaiian surfer dude." I'm like, I don't surf, but okay. And then I'm the Latino bad boy or something. I'm like, okay, why can't I just be that? And I think that's a part of us. A lot of us can hear, but here's my other challenge too. A lot of us as ethnics can cry about what Hollywood doesn't do, but what we're not doing enough is making it happen. So stop crying about what someone else is not doing for you. Get off your butt, write a daggone script, buy a daggone camera, go out and film it, edit it, and wow people. You know what I'm saying? Be the Spielberg that did Jaws for nothing and blew everyone's brains away. Wow. Be that guy. Stop sitting there crying about what another industry's not doing for you. That's what I'm leading that pack for. I'm in my hometown. I built a selfie museum, TikTok studio. It's a membership photography studio. I'm going to be popping up in different cities. So you're a member at one, you're a member at all. It's a gym for creators.
Oh, nice.
50 a month. You can come in and go to any of our locations. $250 a month, you get access to our pro side, which comes with all cameras, backdrops, everything. So it doesn't hinder you from your creativity now. But at the end of the day, you gotta get it done. Stop crying about what someone else is not doing for you. You know what you guys are doing. You guys are doing it at least. You know, and that's the beautiful thing, is that we have to just do it, make great content. You know.
So for those studios that you have for the creatives, where are you now, and where do you plan to be for those who would want to take advantage of that?
Yeah, right now I'm just in Virginia Beach in the Pembroke Mall.
Okay.
I have 7,000 square foot there. You can follow Copon Studios.
Okay.
It's just my last name. You'll see it's a membership photography studio. We have over 30 different color paper backdrops. We have a black brick wall, regular brick wall, and we have this thing called the Rainbow Room. It's just 4 foot of space that has like any color. So if you don't want to pull down a backdrop, you just need a quick headshot. We have a whole selfie museum that's just really cool, interesting, outlandish sets that just one of a kinds with neon lights and all these cool things. It's really, really cool to look at. There's actually a video on there that does a little walkthrough. So I would just say take advantage of Virginia Beach, and if you guys want to partner with me, I'm not franchising, but I am going to corporately open.
Okay.
So I'm looking for people that want to partner with me in their city and then work the store as a partner of what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
So that's what I'm looking for.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And so with this opening, do you want to expand to all the cities, or just as many as you can?
I have 8 cities in mind. It's mainly, I want to do Dallas and Austin in Texas. I want to do Nashville and probably either Knoxville or Lexington, Kentucky. And then I want to do, I definitely want to do one in Orlando. I definitely want to do maybe Miami. And then I want to do one in Atlanta. I want to do one in New York. And then one in LA, and then possibly one in New Mexico, because there's a film industry out there too. So kind of like where the film industries are, that's where I want to do them at. So that way we can kind of cater to that audience and stuff.
Well, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk to us. We want to let you get back to your table and your fans. But definitely check out Michael, guys. CoponStudios.com. And of course, tune into the Moana Nui Podcast for the replay of this video. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Mighty Morphin when I'm touring, so put me on a poster. Trying to take over the planet like Rita Raposa. Gold skin, yellow ranger, ain't no need for comparing. So I represent for Trini like Nakia and Karen. Assault machine, the Megazord, the metaphors. To settle scores like taking doors on Mega 4s. Competitors, you wanna call me Alpha Pride, but they can't cause their fans are boxed like Alpha 5. Like War Z, I ain't the type to provoke and pull. Other MCs, comic relief like Broken Skull. Carry tradition like it was made from ancient scrolls. A kid with attitude like I came from Angel Grove. The dinosaur inside, my spirit you're sure to find. It's morphin' time, transform a knob, perform a rhyme. About that action, so when I get on, I'ma pop. And I'ma do my own stunts like Johnny, I'm Bosch. What? Mighty Morphin when I'm touring, so put me on a poster. Trying to take over the planet like Rita Raposa. Gold skin, yellow ranger, ain't no need for comparing. So I represent for Trini like Nakia and Karen. Assault machine, the Megazord, the metaphors. To settle scores like taking doors on Mega 4s. Competitors, you wanna call me Alpha Pride, but they can't cause their fans are boxed like Alpha 5. Like War Z, I ain't the type to provoke and pull. Other MCs, comic relief like Broken Skull. Carry tradition like it was made from ancient scrolls. A kid with attitude like I came from Angel Grove. The dinosaur inside, my spirit you're sure to find. It's morphin' time, transform a knob, perform a rhyme. About that action, so when I get on, I'ma pop. And I'ma do my own stunts like Johnny, I'm Bosch. What?